Today I'm here with Dave and he is from Cadspec. Dave, you're here to talk about Fusion 360 today. Can you tell us a little bit about it, please?
Yes, certainly. Well, Cadspec are a gold reseller for Autodesk, and we're certified to supply the CAM software from Autodesk, and one of those is Fusion 360. Fusion 360 is the new kid on the block. It's a parametric solid modeler. It's a hybrid modeler, so you can design in solids, surfaces, or mesh if you want to reverse engineer and produce working drawings from those designs.
Yeah, it's pretty much all-encompassing now, but if we start at the basics, what disciplines does Fusion cover?
Well, Fusion 360 allows you to design and manufacture, so the parametric modeling and the manufacture, which is the CNC machining. So we can design, we can CNC machine up to 5-axis and possibly more in the future. We can design in sheet metal, nesting, we've got electronic design, printed circuit board design, we've got the ability to produce generative designs and stress analysis. We all know about stress, right? So stress analysis and mechanical event simulation. So a lot of functionality in a very affordable software.
100%. So if you talk about design and manufacturing, it's worth pointing out you're talking CAD and CAM.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so we've had Cadspec in the studio before. We've talked about the integration of what I call power products, so PowerMill, PowerShape, PowerInspect. You know, why was this done initially? And just leading on from that, why was it done?
Well, the idea is that Autodesk want to, and they are committed to bringing the functionality of the power products into Fusion, including FeatureCAM as well. And the idea there is so that eventually we'll be able to design and manufacture on the same platform. So if you update the design, you update the manufacturing. So all the functionality from PowerMill and FeatureCAM and so on is slowly being transferred into Fusion 360. But if you buy it at the moment, if you buy PowerMill at the moment, you get Fusion 360 with PowerMill. If you buy FeatureCAM at the moment, you get Fusion 360 with FeatureCAM.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out you don't need to subscribe to all the products, do you? Fusion 360 is like, I guess, the head of the family.
Yes.
And you bolt on whatever you want from there.
That's right. But going forward, we're hoping that a company would buy Fusion 360 and then purchase the engineering extensions or manufacturing extensions for what they require to do. So at the moment we have steep and shallow machining, we have in-process probing, we have automatic hole recognition already in Fusion, and then we're hoping, of course, more are going to be bundled into it in the future.
Sure, and it's worth pointing out you've been doing this a long time now.
Yes.
For engineers, there's lots of CAD and CAM solutions out there. In fact, it's not the only CAD CAM solution in the market. So what makes this appealing to engineers, having it all potentially all in the same suite of software?
Well, first of all, it's affordable. Engineering companies want more bang for their buck, as the Americans say. So you've got that, but also one of the big pluses for me with 40 years experience with CNC machining is the fact that you can actually bring the CAD data from the customer, and instead of importing it, you can actually use something called AnyCAD, which links the data to Fusion and then use that to program the CNC code for your machine tool. And then if they decide, and a lot of the time they do, to change the design, you then overwrite the file with their design, the link updates, your CNC machining updates. So you've got a fantastic flow of data, a fantastic workflow from the customer's design to machine part.
That is something we hear a lot when we visit Autodesk customers. File management, I guess, is another way of calling it. And the fact you can share files, you can maybe take some of the data out of the file. So if you want a tooling package, you can send that file across the cloud securely and essentially take a lot of the information out of it, certainly information the tooling supplier doesn't need.
That's right. And of course, one of the most important things is Fusion is cloud-based. So your files are held securely on the cloud. It means that you can go anywhere in the world to a machine, whether it's a Windows machine or an Apple Mac, download Fusion, log in using your account, and the files are there for you. You can also share the files on a team. You get a Fusion team with the software now. So as a group, you can have a team of users sharing the same data.
And I think that's really important. How many times have I gone to a machine shop, 20 machines, 15 operators?
Where's that file?
You know, you've got Dave, Sue, Becky,
Yeah.
Richard, all using different posts.
That's
even
right.
though it's the same machine, different files. You know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This cloud is so powerful.
Very much so, yes. And over and above that, you can actually share your data with somebody who's using Windows, an Internet Explorer type package, to view the models and to redline and make notes about them.
Obviously, Cadspec, you're well known for supplying engineering related software. You're equally well as known, if not more so, for offering like post support, like post-processor support, training and ongoing aftercare.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Well, certainly. We've decided to make the CAM training more modular, because not everybody wants to machine a mill and a lathe at the same time. They may only have lathes in their factory, for instance. So we've made it more modular, which is more affordable to them. But also, a CAM system is only as good as its post-processors. So we have a team of engineers at Cadspec who create and edit post-processors for the customers. Even though Autodesk have got libraries of standard post-processors for machine tools, customers normally, and certainly the operators, tend to want changes done to the post-processors, or they may get a machine in that's not got a post-processor for it at the moment. We can write them and edit them.
There we are. Just finally, how can engineers learn more about Fusion 360 and Cadspec?
Obviously contact Cadspec, and we can help as much as we can on your CAM requirements. And you know, I'm happy to speak to customers. As I say, I've got 40 years experience in CNC, and I'd love to speak to them and help them as much as I can.
Thanks for your time today.
Thank
It's
you.
been an education. For you watching at home, if you're looking to learn more about Autodesk products, maybe you want your machine shop to be more efficient in terms of machining or file management or anything like this, speak with the team at Cadspec. Thanks for watching.